All right, so restart complete. Let's try this one more time.
So just a reminder of the lineups here. We've got OHBOY in the north. They're going to be bringing a Kremlin, a Henri, a Venezia, a Zhao, Stalingrad, and then 2 destroyers, a Grozavoy, and a Halland. And down the other end, SeaRaptor has the other lineup.
Yep. KSC once again bringing Conqueror, the only battleship we've seen them field in the event, this time bringing a solo, fronted by double Plymouth, Nevsky, and Zhao, and then, of course, rounding things out, Grozavoy and Gearing.
So before we saw the Grozavoy and the 2 Plymouths turn left and go towards the A cap. I don't think these teams are going to change anything.
Nah, I don't think so.
Usually they have a pretty proactive strategy that they are looking to do with these ships. So I think we'll see them go the same way. He says, watching one of the Plymouths not go the same way.
Oh, no, I was noticing that as well, actually. Although maybe he's
keeping it.
No, there he goes. He's turning now.
Yeah, they're tending to avoid the other cruisers.
Yeah, I think they're just maneuvering to give everybody space to get out of spawn.
Yeah, there was a change recently. I can't remember if it was this patch or it's going to be next patch, but there's a change coming or is already in where the spawns are now random, because previously they actually weren't random. They were based on where you are in the which position you spawn into is not random. It's very hard to manipulate, but apparently it was based on which order you signed up into the division in, or something like that.
Into the queue.
Yeah. So if you might have noticed if you play clan battles that if no one came in and out of the division, you would always spawn in the same places. For that reason.
Interesting. I would never have.
Whereas now it's randomized.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, which is a great change for competitive, because you maybe could have kind of tried to work out where you were going to be, because if all your ships spawn on the wrong flank, then they will have to cross over and it wastes time. So random is better, I guess.
KSC sending both Plymouths and Grozavoy north. We kind of saw that earlier, although one of the Plymouths is now going to move up and play the island here in about E4, I think. Looked like he was going to be back earlier, but he's not. He's going to be play a little more farther forward now. Some Grozavoy smoke going down for Quicksilver as Morb's Conqueror is going to take a more mid position.
And we do see a difference here in the deployment. So previously the Plymouths were together in the smoke screen. Now we've got the Plymouth going mid. That's very interesting. Maybe trying to cover that bottom part of that sea cap, or make sure the Halland can't spot mid or something like that.
So his guns are all over the starboard side. I still think he's going to snuggle up to this island in E4 and use this gap on the south side to kind of play and cover. And so they'll have multiple radars to cover this A cap. But in this position, he's less vulnerable to the Stalingrad.
Yeah, indeed. So Eternal Titan was the Stalingrad that we saw roaming around the map in the last match, but this time taking up that static, traditional position by the island. With no battleship cross-shot ability. So the Conqueror is probably not quite in a position to drop that Stalingrad. No, it's not. So
no,
Eternal Titan's quite safe there.
No, he's just dropping HE out on the Venezia. Grozavoy torpedoes headed out that direction as well. Of course, those are the new 12-kilometer ones, a recent buff to that ship. I'm a little surprised to see OHBOY commit the Kremlin hard south. I mean, actually, he's kind of in this gap where he could still theoretically turn to mid if he wanted. In fact, his guns are looking that way.
Yeah,
no, they weren't
looking for the cross shots on the Plymouths or the Conqueror.
No, he's turning them south now. They were looking that way, I think.
Okay.
Now he's reversing a bit.
I guess this Kremlin's probably quite dangerous for the Zhao and the Nevsky if it pushes forward, but the danger is that gearing, of course. Okay, so Floop starts the smoke for the Nevsky and the Zhao. Much more symmetrical deployments in this match than the previous series. So
KSC took a decent hit there. One Citadel at least.
It's the poor long-range accuracy of the Kremlin. Okay, so both these cruisers are going to be trying to stay behind this island. Nevsky running radar, just chasing the Halland there. The other end is probably going to be fairly passive for the time being. A bit of a Mexican standoff.
Torpedoes coming in on KSC as well. Those Holland-Torps on the way. He looks like he's pulling up shy, not running the Hydro just yet.
Yeah, both of these cruisers here with that... Oh, there we go. There's the Hydro.
Yep, there it was. Floop's turning in, getting those lit, spotted as well.
The experienced players will generally wait to pop their Hydro until the last possible second to not waste any time.
Both Plymouths here have kind of reoriented themselves in almost to a kiting position here at A.
Yeah, I think KSC, obviously it's evens on the terms of the deployments, but neither team can really get into A right now until a ship goes down. I don't think we're going to see anyone try for A.
Kremlin is now trying to get across the middle of the board, taking a broadside salvo from the Conqueror. This actually could be impactful. Let's see.
That's AP.
It's not bad. He got about 10, 12K out of it.
Yeah, a little hint for anyone who's playing Conqueror out there in randoms. Don't be afraid to press the 2 key now and then.
No. Sheer volume of shells means you'll get decent volleys much of the time.
Grozovai Raiden Shogun is taking heavy fire there. Currently unspotted, but takes... Oh, no.
No, he's lit again. They got the fire, so he's going to have to smoke to break that LOS.
Don't forget, as SeaRaptor just mentioned, that when you're on fire, your concealment increases a little bit.
2 kilometers.
Okay, points are pretty even right now. Slightly more points on the board for OHBOY. I guess they got the C-cap slightly early.
They did. They got the C-cap just a little earlier. Quicksilver edging out of smoke, broadside of the Stalin, having to put some speed on. Was moving kind of slow there. He is
firing. North of the map is spotted. Oh, no, not spotted.
I will say by pulling the Kremlin back, I'm wondering if they're going to try and use him to slow or stop this kind of 8-9 line push, or if he's just going to keep his guns looking towards yep, he's looking over his shoulder now. Salvo going out on KSC's Nevsky.
Yeah, that Kremlin's definitely in a sort of reactionary position to try and cover both sides at once.
Yep.
Because if that A side goes wrong, they are definitely going to need that Kremlin over there. But currently, Grozovoi is capping A under the nose of the Plymouth, who's just radared.
Floop's cutting across these torpedoes as he puts up smoke. He's going to have to maneuver here. He's got it. Seven and a half minutes gone.
Grozovoi once again taking fire down on the 2 line. Just skirting the edge of that radar from the Stalingrad.
Yep. Plymouth radar is up. Has had Basti pushed off the A-cap. He had finally decided to try to get in there.
Yeah, that Plymouth radar lasts a while. It's a British radar, so it
does. British radar. Down now for 2 minutes. The other Plymouth, that's Quicksilver, pushed way back on the 1 line, not in any position to do anything about it. So Basti should be able to reverse back onto that cap, and I suspect OHBOY's going to have control of A here sometime in the next couple of minutes.
This KSC Conqueror push is interesting. So Morb going for the island. There's not going to be a lock that can shoot Morb in that position, but that's a bit risky with those Grozovoi torps.
Morb now pushing up very aggressively, as stats pointed out, as Floops takes his gearing out of the bottom end of C. That stops the OHBOY points gains for now, although they are, as noted, starting to finally convert A.
Yosei Henko in the Nevsky is down to 10k and spotted in smoke here.
Yeah, looking pretty rough. A single Kremlin salvo probably put him off the board, but it's the Stalingrad salvo from the opposing side of the map that really hurts. How is he lit, I wonder? He must just be too close and firing in the smoke?
Could be.
Zhao finally bags him. First blood goes to OHBOY. Although, the Kremlin is getting pretty low here.
Yep.
He's ticking a heel, but they're going to have an opportunity.
They're trying to keep the Kremlin in the cap to keep it contested as the gearing tries to cap, but they can't. They've got to push it off.
They're going to have an opportunity to get this Kremlin off the board. This heel is going to be done in 15 seconds, and I'm already back on double fires.
Kremlin has a DCP in about 10 seconds if there's a fire. That is a fire on the tail. I suspect double fire, in fact.
Yep, he's got a fire amidships and a fire on the stern. His heel is now down
DCP
again.
Now. Not using DC. Yep,
they get him.
Okay.
Floops is in trouble, caught in the bottom of the cap now. All by himself. Zhao shells, Holland shells, and he's going to go out right here.
So all of a sudden, ships starting to drop like flies. That's going to leave the sea cap in green hands here as OHBOY cap it with the Halland. I don't think there's anything that KSC can do about that.
I don't think Hitake
Unless they manage to kill him right now.
Oh my goodness! Wow!
Conqueror HE on the destroyer. Ow.
Actually, I think that was the Zhao's accuracy. I think he landed really? 8 or 9 shells there. Yeah.
Interesting.
And
he's got to go across these.
Doc is turning into these torpedoes, but pulls the handbrake. He's in good shape.
That's some lucky dispersion right there.
Yeah. Japanese accuracy on those cruiser shells is no joke.
Yeah, I'd assumed it was the Conqueror HE, but not.
Match is half over now, as it looks like KSC's not going to make a play for A. Raiden is slowly reversing in. That'll probably prompt a radar from Eternal Titan. His radar is available. There it goes. That'll prompt some more shells from Johnnyer's Henri, potentially. I'm expecting, anyway. Yep, here they come. But once Titan's radar goes down, KSC should be able to pick up A.
I was wondering whether KSC were going to just take that Zhao and push it straight towards the cap to try and kill the Halland, but they haven't.
Ooh, good hit. Good hit from the Conqueror HE on YOLO's Venezia.
I think Zhao of Hitake just took a torp as well in the background.
Looks like it. Actually, no. All those torps are there.
Oh, are they all there?
Yeah, all 10 are there.
So 2 minutes 30 on the points clock for an OHBOY 1-0 here.
Ooh.
So what are KSC going to do? They need to get into a cap. It's got to be A.
I think so, because if they had one of the Plymouths, I think they could grab C, but both Plymouths are firmly committed to A, so that's not going to be a thing. They're trying to pick Schwartz here. Some solid damage coming in from the Venezia salvo, but not catastrophic.
So Schwartz having to smoke short of the cap, so they're going to have to send the Grozhevoy into the cap. Basti was just lit by radar, but continuing to fire.
Grozhevoy needs to get in there. Titan's radar's coming back up in a little less than a minute, and it'll take him about 40 seconds to cap. So they've got a window, a very narrow window in here that they can sneak in and get this cap and get out before the radar's available.
I think KSC are also trying to get the Conqueror around the back and into C.
It would seem so.
Eternal Titans, I'm guessing, looking at the Conqueror. Let's have a look at where the guns are. Yeah,
Morb is certainly Morb is certainly looking for Titan.
But Titan can't lob the island because Stalingrad's
shells, that's
so
right.
Flat, yeah. Plymouth making a rush on the Henri at the top, maybe. Nope, just turning in.
There we go. KSC with a little more map control. They now have 2.5 minutes to a win, but look how close it will become. These teams are within 5 seconds of each other, so if nothing changes, you're talking about a KSC win like 1,000 to 997 or something.
KSC are desperately also trying to get into C. They're going to put that Conqueror in C to try and block the points income, try and widen that gap or close the gap.
I think that's a really good play if they can make it work. They've got to stick him in there and then keep him there. And then they've got to keep OHBOY back out of A as well.
OHBOY's Venezia just took a big hit there, down to 21k as the Conqueror moves onto the cap. 2 minutes on the points clock for a KSC win now.
And now tons of pressure on OHBOY because they're not ticking up any points at all.
There's too much health on that Conqueror for the Halland to do anything about it.
Yeah, the Holland Torps I don't think will kill the Conqueror, and the Zhao is right there to cover him if they try the charge.
OHBOY just have to take the Venezia and the Zhao and push them directly south like they're doing and try and kill one of those two ships, the Conqueror or the Zhao.
Yeah, if OHBOY can pick up a ship kill, that'll put them within striking distance of a win. But I mean, KSC playing very conservatively, they know it. Basty's about to get back onto A. They have
Now.
radar available still.
So the Plymouth radar comes back in 10 seconds, roughly.
Well, but Quicksilver's radar is available. The difference is he's out of range.
Raiden shotgun. So kills are going to start to matter really quickly.
Really big, yeah.
900 points.
Kills are going to be a big deal because Raiden is starting to hurt.
Henri's going around on the Plymouth.
So he is.
I'm going to try and keep everything in shot because there's going to be a lot of things going on at once here. We might lose the Grozavoy to the shells that are in the air already.
They do pick up A.
Plymouth trying to avoid the torps here. Sorry, I can't zoom in. There's too many things going on.
Oh, the Plymouth wins it! The Plymouth wins it with the torps. Goodness gracious!
I would not have called that.
Goodness gracious!
Going to go down,
and now the radar
go down to a fire.
Yep, the radar up on Basti. They might pick him here. They're within seconds of a win. The kill would secure it.
Yeah, but Raiden goes down.
Oh, they do lose Raiden. Raiden was burning in the smoke.
Oh, Basti survives.
Basti survives.
Points.
Blind shots coming in. They get him. Ho, ho, ho. And now the Stalin's pushing up to try to pick up Schwartz. 40 seconds on the timer. Morb is getting pretty low over here as well now as they've driven around. The Zhao now beating the crap out of the Holland, and there it is. Woo! Well,
that was quite an ending.
That was a lot of late action.
You know it's going to be fun when it gets to 900 apiece.
Oh yeah, because at that point everybody knows that it's like, all right, it's go time, baby.
Okay, so we are going to be seeing what's the next map?
We're headed to Loop.
Also, a map that we haven't seen very much.